Imagine for a moment, standing alone at the edge of a vast forest, surrounded by silence, so profound it feels like an ancient language waiting to be deciphered. The air isn't just atmospheric. It's alive with unspoken challenges, pregnant with the potential for radical transformation. Every step forward is more than a physical movement. It's a declarative statement of your inner resolve, a silent covenant with the man you're destined to become. Manhood isn't a title bestowed or a checkbox to be ticked. It's a continuous excavation of your deepest self, a relentless journey of confronting your shadows, embracing your vulnerabilities, and forging strength from the raw materials of your experiences. The path is not linear. It's a complex terrain of internal landscapes, where each challenge is a chisel sculpting your character. Consider the fundamental pillars that transform a merely existing male into a purposeful man. 1. Strength. Not the superficial muscle-bound facade, but the profound resilience to stand firm when everything around you trembles. It's the courage to be vulnerable, to admit weakness, and to rise again after profound defeats. 2. Wisdom. The humility to acknowledge that learning is a lifelong pursuit. True wisdom emerges from listening more than speaking, from understanding complexity rather than seeking simplistic solutions. 3. Courage. Beyond physical bravery, it's the moral fortitude to stand for something greater than yourself. It's speaking truth when silence seems easier, protecting the vulnerable, and challenging systemic injustices. 4. Purpose. The profound understanding that your existence is not accidental. You're not merely consuming oxygen, but carrying a unique mission that intersects with the broader tapestry of human experience. This journey demands more than passive observation. It requires active engagement, a willingness to deconstruct societal myths about masculinity, to challenge inherited narratives that have confined men to narrow, destructive paradigms. You are not bound by the limitations previous generations have constructed. You are a pioneer of a new masculine archetype, compassionate yet strong, reflective yet action-oriented. Your transformation is not a destination, but a continuous process of becoming. Every choice, every moment of introspection, every uncomfortable truth you confront is a step towards authenticity. The forest of your potential is vast and unmapped, and you are both the explorer and the cartographer. Embrace the journey. The man you'll become is waiting, not at the end of the path, but in every courageous step you take right now. To become a man is to stand for something bigger than oneself. True manhood is not a destination, but a relentless journey of commitment, carved through the bedrock of responsibility. This is not a path for the faint-hearted or the passive observer, but for those willing to shoulder the weight of purpose with unwavering determination. Responsibility is more than a word. It's a living, breathing commitment that pulses through every choice, every action. It's the silent promise you make not just to yourself, but to those whose lives intersect with yours. A real man understands that his existence is not an isolated experience, but a complex web of interconnected responsibilities. Consider the archetypal story of the humble farmer, a narrative that transcends mere occupation and becomes a metaphor for authentic masculinity. This man rises before the sun, not driven by external validation or societal accolades, but by an internal compass of duty. Each dawn is not just the beginning of a day, but a renewal of his sacred contract with those who depend on him. The pillars of responsible manhood are constructed from several fundamental components. 1. Unwavering commitment, the ability to persist when circumstances demand surrender. 2. Selfless protection, prioritizing the welfare of others above personal comfort. 3. Adaptive resilience, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. 4. Intentional action, making deliberate choices that align with core values. Your journey of responsibility is not measured by grand gestures, but by consistent, often mundane acts of integrity. It's in the early mornings spent preparing for work, the late nights solving problems, the moments of choosing difficult truths over convenient lies. Responsibility doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It whispers through consistent, purposeful action. Ask yourself the most profound questions a man can confront. What burdens am I willing to carry? Whose lives am I committed to protecting? Am I living with intention or merely existing? The path of responsible manhood is not about perfection, but about persistent, courageous becoming. It's about standing firm when the world trembles, providing stability when chaos threatens, and maintaining hope when darkness seems overwhelming. Your responsibility is your legacy, not in monuments or achievements, but in the lives you touch, the challenges you overcome, and the quiet, transformative moments of unwavering commitment. Start now. The world is waiting for your deliberate, responsible presence. In the silent spaces between thought and action, between noise and understanding, lies the most profound journey a man can undertake, the journey inward. Self-reflection is not a weakness, but the most powerful tool of transformation, a compass that guides you through the complex terrain of your own existence. Manhood is not constructed through external achievements or societal expectations, but through the courageous act of looking within. It's a mirror that reflects not just your appearance, but the intricate topography of your soul, your fears, your potential, your uncharted territories of growth. Self-reflection is an art form, a sacred practice of personal archaeology. It demands 1. Radical honesty, the willingness to confront your truths, no matter how uncomfortable. 2. Emotional courage, embracing vulnerability as a strength, not a weakness. 3. Continuous learning, viewing every experience as a lesson, not a judgment. 4. Intentional growth, transforming insights into deliberate action. In a world saturated with external noise, social media, endless opinions, societal pressures, self-reflection becomes your sanctuary. It's where you calibrate your internal compass, where you distinguish between who you are and who the world wants you to be. This is not a one-time event, but a continuous, dynamic process of becoming. The questions you must courageously ask yourself are not casual inquiries, but profound excavations. Who am I beneath the roles and expectations? What values define my core? What fears have been silently steering my life? What potential lies dormant, waiting to be awakened? True self-reflection is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing your entire human experience, the shadows and the light, the struggles and the triumphs. It's understanding that growth is not linear, but a complex, beautiful unfolding. Your inner world is a landscape as vast and unexplored as any external wilderness. Self-reflection is your map, your compass, your most trusted guide. It transforms the abstract notion of personal growth into a tangible, lived experience. Embrace the silence. Listen to your inner voice. The most profound conversations you'll ever have are the ones you have with yourself. The journey inward begins now. Failure is not a destination. It is the raw material of greatness. In the crucible of defeat, true masculine strength is not measured by avoiding struggle, but by the relentless spirit of rising, again and again, transformed by each challenge. The narrative of masculinity is not written in moments of triumph, but in the spaces between falling and rising. Each failure is an alchemical process, transforming raw experience into wisdom, pain into power, defeat into an unprecedented form of victory. Resilience is not a trait you're born with, it's a muscle you develop through intentional struggle. Its fundamental components include: 1. Emotional flexibility, the capacity to absorb shock without breaking. 2. Adaptive intelligence, transforming setbacks into strategic learning. 3. Psychological endurance, maintaining hope in the face of repeated challenges. 4. Purposeful persistence, understanding that the journey matters more than the destination. Consider the mountaineer journey, not as a tale of physical conquest, but as a profound metaphor for human potential. 8 attempts, 7 failures. Each rejection by the mountain was not a defeat, but a preparation. Each storm, each injury, each moment of seeming impossibility was a lesson in disguise. The questions that define your resilience are not comfortable interrogations. What limits have you constructed for yourself? How do you define failure? Are you willing to be uncomfortable to grow? Can you separate your worth from your current circumstances? Resilience is not about never falling. It's about creating a relationship with falling that transforms it into an opportunity. It's understanding that each setback carries within it the seeds of an equivalent or greater success. Your failures are not chapters of defeat, but volumes of research. Each misstep is data, each setback a refined strategy. The man you are becoming is not defined by a straight line of success, but by the complexity of your journey, the scars, the lessons, the unwavering spirit. Embrace your failures. They are not your weakness. They are the forge of your strength. Rise, learn, persist. The mountain of your potential awaits. Wisdom is not a destination, but a relentless journey of intellectual curiosity. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be ignited, a dynamic landscape of perpetual exploration, challenge, and transformation. True masculinity transcends physical boundaries. It is an intellectual and spiritual construct, built through deliberate cultivation of understanding, critical thinking, and profound self-awareness. Your mind is your most powerful weapon, your most intricate tool, your ultimate resource. The architecture of wisdom is constructed through several fundamental pillars. 1. Intellectual humility, acknowledging the vastness of what you do not know. 2. Critical thinking, questioning assumptions, including your own. 3. Continuous learning, treating every experience as a potential lesson. 4. Emotional intelligence, understanding the complex landscape of human interaction. Words are not mere sounds, they are weapons, bridges, tools of transformation. To speak with precision is to wield intellectual power. It's about understanding the nuanced difference between communication and mere noise. The quietest rooms often contain the most profound conversations. Contemplate these profound inquiries. What conversations are you not having? How do you challenge your own beliefs? Are you consuming information or truly understanding it? What knowledge transforms you rather than simply informing you? The modern man's intellectual journey is not about accumulating facts, but about developing a refined capacity for understanding. a nuanced, compassionate, and critically aware approach to the world. Your mind is an ecosystem, complex, interconnected, constantly evolving. Feed it not just with information, but with diverse perspectives, challenging ideas, and profound philosophical inquiries. Read voraciously. Listen deeply. Question relentlessly. Wisdom is not about having all the answers, but about developing the courage to ask better questions. Cultivate your mind. Transform your understanding. Become a lifelong learner. The universe of knowledge awaits your exploration. Spirituality is not a destination, but a profound dialogue between your inner landscape and the infinite universe. It is the silent language of becoming, a journey that transcends the boundaries of physical existence and touches the core of human potential. Manhood's deepest truth emerges not from conquest, but from connection. It is the delicate art of understanding your place in the vast, interconnected tapestry of existence, a humble recognition of your simultaneous insignificance and profound importance. The spiritual journey of a man is constructed through essential elements. 1. Inner stillness, the capacity to find peace amid chaos. 2. Conscious presence, living fully in each moment. 3. Compassionate awareness, understanding interconnectedness. 4. Humble surrender, accepting what cannot be controlled. Faith is not blind acceptance, but a courageous commitment to hope. It's the understanding that your journey has meaning beyond immediate comprehension, like a river carving through stone, not through force, but through persistent, patient movement. Profound questions to navigate your spiritual landscape. What grounds you when the world trembles? How do you find meaning beyond material success? Can you sit with uncertainty without desperate action? Where do you find your deepest sense of connection? Spirituality is not about perfection, but about presence. It's about developing a relationship with the unknown, embracing the mystery of existence with both humility and wonder. Your spiritual journey is not a linear path, but a complex, beautiful unfolding. It demands vulnerability, courage, and an openness to continuously reimagine yourself. It's about developing a profound dialogue with life itself, listening more than speaking, feeling more than analyzing. Embrace the unknown. Trust the journey. Find peace in the process. Your spiritual awakening begins now. Manhood is not a title bestowed, but a continuous act of becoming, a daily practice of transforming abstract principles into lived experience. Every moment is an opportunity to bridge the gap between who you aspire to be and who you currently are. Values are not decorative accessories to your life. They are the structural framework of your character. They are the invisible architecture that determines how you move through the world, how you respond to challenges, and how you impact the lives around you. The embodiment of true masculinity requires deliberate, consistent practice through these fundamental principles. 1. Intentional action, aligning your behaviors with your deepest beliefs. 2. Continuous growth, viewing every experience as an opportunity for development. 3. Compassionate engagement, creating positive impact in your immediate environment. 4. Authentic vulnerability, showing strength through genuine emotional presence. Gratitude is not a passive emotion, but an active practice of recognition. It transforms your perception, turning challenges into opportunities, limitations into potential. Each moment of thankfulness is a revolutionary act of perspective. Profound questions to guide your embodiment. How do your daily actions reflect your deepest values? Where are you compromising your integrity? What small, consistent actions can transform your life? How can your personal growth create broader community impact? Your life is a living testimony, not through grand gestures, but through consistent, intentional choices. Each interaction is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your character. Embodiment is not about perfection, but about persistent, honest effort. It's about showing up even when it's difficult. It's about choosing growth over comfort, integrity over convenience, connection over isolation. Your journey of becoming is not a destination, but a continuous, beautiful unfolding. Practice, reflect, transform. The man you aspire to be is created in this moment, right now. Manhood is not a destination etched in stone, but a living, breathing landscape of continuous becoming, a journey without a final summit, but with infinite horizons of potential. Every man walks a path uniquely his own, yet interconnected with the collective journey of human experience. Your story is both intensely personal and part of a larger, more profound narrative of masculine evolution. The essence of true manhood is understood through these fundamental truths. 1. Perpetual growth, embracing change as the only constant. 2. Authentic vulnerability, finding strength in genuine self-understanding. 3. Compassionate presence, creating positive impact through intentional action. 4. Humble resilience, understanding that every challenge is an opportunity. You are not defined by your past, but by your capacity to grow, to learn, to transform. Each moment is an invitation to become more fully yourself, more compassionate, more courageous, more connected. Profound questions to carry forward. Who are you becoming? What legacy are you creating with each choice? How will you honor your journey? What does true courage look like in your life? Your path is not about perfection, but about persistent, honest exploration. It's about showing up, being present, and continuously expanding your understanding of yourself and the world. Remember, you are not alone. Every man wrestles with his limitations, questions his purpose, and seeks meaning. Your vulnerability is not weakness, it is your greatest strength. Walk forward with courage. Embrace your journey. Become. The path continues, and you are its author.